decided to do our basement with Matrix, it was a one-stop solution versus going through a contractor with subcontractors. One day when I was on Facebook, an ad popped up and I clicked on it and I scrolled through the videos and pictures and everything just looked so beautiful that I immediately reached out and scheduled an appointment, and the ball just started rolling from there. As a designer, I had an idea of what I wanted to accomplish down in our basement, and being the home resident and the designer gave me a better insight of the functionality that I really needed. And so when Matrix came, I said we wanted a dance floor, a living room, a game space, a bar. It seemed like a lot, but they reassured me that it was possible. I showed them my layout, we worked together, we had to adjust a few things, and it all just came to life. My favorite part of the basement remodel process was the timeline. That's what really sold me on working with Matrix completely. Basically, it was for the size of our basement, it was a 8 to 10 week timeline roughly. I have 4 children and I work out of my home, so I definitely needed to work with someone who was dedicated to keeping on track. When you work with contractors sometimes, and most of the time, it gets pushed back weeks, sometimes months, and I couldn't afford to do that. And we started in June and finished first weeks of September. Matrix supported me as a designer well, it made me feel really good that I knew what I was doing. I always like that positive reinforcement and feedback. When I saw something that I wasn't quite sure of or I wanted to change, they worked with me and worked with the contractors to make the adjustments that were needed. The features that I'm most excited about is kind of hard to narrow down. My family and I have been really enjoying the living room together, and knowing that there's so much space, like we can be watching the Super Bowl or the Grammys and the kids go into their game room and we're still together but separate, and my littlest one likes to come to the dance floor when he hears music, and it's just a wonderful space to be together and separate all at the same time. And I also love the fact that I have the guest room, and it's like an entire apartment down here now, and any long-term guest would have a bathroom, small kitchenette, and a living room to just relax and take their time and stay with us as long as they wanted to. As a designer, it was fun for me to incorporate my own personal design style, which I really wanted to represent my husband and my background, and instead of just approaching it and doing a white or a gray or a beige basement, we got to play with a lot of colors and tones and textures, and Matrix was wonderful to allow me to custom pick colors throughout each space and work with me with my nuances of grout and finishes. I got to play and create a really comfortable, warm, inviting space. Working with Matrix was wonderful and seamless. We had our initial consultation, we signed papers, then we picked our selections. Once the date was set to start, it started. Any hiccups that we might have had, we addressed with our site manager, and it was taken care of. 12 weeks later, everything was done. I definitely would recommend Matrix to anyone who is ready to finish their basement with high quality standards and finishes. The only tip I have for homeowners wanting to finish their basement would be always do your homework, as in know your budget, know how you're going to access your money. Also, get other bids before you do it. If you have the budget for Matrix, that's your #1 choice, just because of the ease again and the quality of the craftsmanship and the contractors that were here. Everyone always came on time. and was respectful of my family who was home and of the space, and they just tried to be unseen and hard to be unheard, but it was a pretty quiet construction renovation. So I would say be ready to sign, bring your vision to life. Thank you for listening, and if you are in the market for a designer or you just want some ideas or tips and tricks, please look at my information in the details below.